Hey, what's up, fellow YouTubers, fellow toy nuts, and toy collectors? This is Star 1988, and today I bring you another episode of Odie's Junkheaps, presented by me. Yes, Odie. So yeah, here we are, man. This is really cool. One of the most iconic cars on planet Earth, bar none. This car was created back in 1957. Well, actually, that's when it first rolled out. I believe it was thought of in 1955. There's two major companies that actually created this car, and it became what we all know today as Nissan. It was called Prince Motor Group, and this was obviously in Japan. Later on, by 1966, they joined with Nissan, what basically became just the Nissan Group. But yeah, this car is incredible. The original Skylines were created, or were, I should say, designed by Mr., and I'm probably going to say this really wrong, Mr. Shinichiro Sakurai. And this guy was with Skyline all the way up until 2011 when he actually passed away. So, yeah, wow, that's pretty incredible. Yeah, again, the car's been through a lot of different changes, as you can see there. This is the earliest version that I have of a Skyline, and this is actually known as a C110 model. And I want to say it's it's definitely from the 60s. I just can't remember exactly when. Maybe 70s, really. Yeah, actually, it might be from 1970. Actually, probably when I was born. Probably from 1972 all the way to middle of the mid 70s, from what I remember reading. But yeah, it's a really cool car. I like it a lot. It reminds me of the Toyota Celica, the very early versions of it. And obviously back then, everybody was kind of copying each other, and they were trying to get the smallest car possible for, gas mileage and sportiness too. So they were trying to get a little bit of everything, as these were not guzzlers, as in, they can be today if they had a V8 or something like that. But yeah, this is a really cool, sexy car. I like this car a lot. And if you can see the badge back there, let me see if I can put my hand so I can focus better. Look at that, GTR, back in the 70s. Very nice. So yeah, this is one iteration of the car. But what we all know and love, let me kind of put him to the side, is, and I gotta say, it's probably because of the Fast and Furious movies with Paul Walker. His character, O'Connell, he loves the Skyline, and that's what you see in the end of part 1. If you have that 1.5, and then back in part 2, then that's what he was driving for the beginning portion of the movie, and then whatever on, and then even in the latest movie, he had like the GTR and whatever not. But yeah, a lot of people did not know about these cars, because first of all, they could not be imported into this country because of regulations. And when they did start importing, it was by a company called Motor Rex. And they're based in California, and they're the ones that first started bringing in like the R32s, R33s, as you can see here, and then the R34s and whatever not. So if it wasn't for Motor Rex, those cars probably wouldn't have made it here, and they probably wouldn't have been as popular as they are today. So who knows what history has shown us and whatever not. But yeah, they're very nice cars. These two here, I believe, I'm pretty sure, are R33s. They came with the straight 6 engine. And for those of you that don't know engines or don't know cars, basically you got your V-rods that you have pistons on either side. And I wish I had like schematics or something to show you. But an Inline-six was basically 6 pistons this way, and they just they fire off differently, and that's how the car moves and whatever not. And I know that my finger's not really helping, but I guess you can just have to imagine it, I guess. But yeah, it's a very cool car. And for the longest, all it did use was the straight 6 engine. And that's what it was really known for, because it's a very balanced engine. But it can have problems in terms of the ignitions of the pistons. And so that's why sometimes the engines can break down and whatever not. So later on, unfortunately, they had to move down, especially with the new GTRs. They had to move to the V engine. It could be more of a money thing, obviously, in terms of whoever makes the V engine, made them kind of get it because maybe it's cheaper to produce. Who knows? But I guess the V engine is still a very reliable engine. We've been using it for at least 60-70 years. So it's a very reliable engine. It's very powerful too. You can actually get more horsepower out of a V engine than you can out of an Inline-six. And if anybody out there disagrees, I guess you can tell me why. but I'm pretty sure in terms of history, you can definitely get a little bit more horsepower out of a V6 than you can out of an Inline-six. But yeah, these are the, again, like I said, the R33, beautiful car. This one's nice. It's kind of like a very deep blue with flat black on it. All black rims, pretty nice. This one here, I believe, was a treasure hunt. I want to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure this was a treasure hunt. And it's a basic treasure hunt. Obviously, it's not a super treasure hunt, but yeah. So that's what this one was. And this is before they started doing the whole putting the TH there, or putting the fire emblem inside the circle. All right. Now this here is not a Skyline. This is actually the Silvia, or what we used to call here the 240SX, or yeah, 240SX and whatever not. The reason I have them there is because A, it's the only one that I have, but this in Japan, the Silvias were known as baby Skylines, as they were the next closest thing to actually owning a Skyline. So that's why I kind of wanted to show him up, and I really wish I would have thought of this better, because I'm really getting a lot of glare, and it's not focusing properly, so I do apologize. But yeah, so that's your baby Skyline. I just kind of thought I'd show him to you guys so you can kind of check him out. So put him to the side there too. Move these guys over. The R34, arguably probably one of the greatest GTRs ever made. And this one lasted, I want to say 6-7 years at most. This is the one that you do see also in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. He's actually driving this. He's going around. Actually, he's not driving it. He's driving his car. I forgot what it was, but some ladies pull up at a light, and he just basically, he's doing this. And then when he finally stops, she hands him over his telephone number, which is really cool. And so, but yeah, this is the R34 that you do also see in that movie. I didn't see any action in the movie, but yeah. So kind of, if you can probably see back here, I do have two of the Fast and Furious cars. I'm actually going to crack these open because I do have 3 of each. I have 2 full sets put away. Well, two full sets minus that stupid Mustang that is so elusive and so expensive. This is actually the one that O'Connor drives in the movie, which is obviously Paul Walker. And obviously, you know, if you don't know, you should know, he passed away a few months ago, unfortunately. But yeah, so this is the car that he drives in Fast and Furious 2, which is really nice, and it does that ridiculous jump over the bridge. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful car. So I'm adding another R34 to my collection of cars. It's exact same thing, except for, even color rim wise, it's exact same thing. And it is in terms of the movie, it's the actual same color. So it's a big coincidence this was released a few years prior to this model here. They kept it the same color. They just, all they had to do was add the striping so it can match the movie, whatever or not. So that's pretty cool. The bottom is really nice. Has a little bit of detail. You can see the catalytic converter there, or the, not the catalytic converter, the I forgot what they call that. But anyway, you can see some detail there. It's pretty nice. Transmissions there, whatever not. And it's a single pipe muffler there. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Nice car. So I got 2 of these bad boys. And then moving forward in the line of GTRs, this is what we ended up getting quite a few years ago. I want to say at this point, what, we've had the GTR in the United States and the rest of the world for, what, 5 years now, I guess? This is known as the Godzilla in Japan. That's what, well, that's what maybe we call it. I don't know if they actually call it Godzilla in Japan, but that's what we call it. The car is just amazing. If you are a horrible driver and you were to drive this car, you would think you're the best driver on earth, because it's that good of a vehicle. so I mean, it's just an amazing car. I've never had the privilege of driving one yet. Hopefully someday I'll be able to. Who knows? Maybe not. But it is just a marvelous, marvelous vehicle. It has taken down Ferraris, Lamborghinis, a lot of high power, you know, very uber like expensive vehicles out there. The car is just amazing. Very, very nice car. There's actually 2 versions of this. The GTR, okay, so the Skyline, in terms of the name, the V35 is what came to the United States, and I wish I would have brought my Hot Wheel. because I do have one. I just, as of this shooting, it's in the box or whatever. But the V35 is actually what landed here, and it's what we badged as the Infinity, just so they could sell it for a little bit more money. That's actually the Skyline Japan. This in Japan is still actually just a GTR. So they don't call it Skyline anymore. That nameplate, they actually saved it for just the regular Skylines that everyday drivers can, drive and whatever not. They're expensive, but that's what they saved it for. This car in itself is really just the GTR. But for the sake of this video, it's just the Uber version of the GTR, of the Skyline, sorry. So that's why it's still part of the same heritage and same family and whatever not. So again, this is the black version you can see there. Very nice red. I love red, my favorite color, but I gotta say I love it in black. I think it looks a little bit nicer. And then we have here this beautiful white one too. This is nice. And I call these white cars Stormtrooper white because they always remind me of Stormtroopers. But yeah, this is really, really cool. Nice tampos on the back there. So they definitely took the time to at least paint those. And they did it on all three of them. You have your Nissan badging there. And they do say Nissan on the bottom there of the actual license plate. And again, I do have another one to open. And this is the other one that Paul Walker also drove in the Fast and Furious 5. Fast 5. But yeah, this will crack this bad boy open here. And again, another beautiful car, beautiful gray, plastic bottom, just like the rest of these guys here. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful gray color with all black rims with a little bit of gray on the spokes there. And I believe these are 10 spokes. Yeah, 10 spokes. No Skyline on the back of this one here, but it does have the GTR badging there. So it's the only thing they missed on these guys all say Nissan there. They do have the Nissan symbol. This one just does not. So very, very, very nice car. Again, sorry about that. My camera just will not focus when there's other things on the screen. So there you go. Pretty cool. It's not, again, not a huge collection. Building on these, adding more whenever I'm able to see them. I don't go out of my way. As it's not my not one of my top 3 that I actually collect for Hot Wheels, but nevertheless they're pretty cool. I'll give you one last turn around so you can kind of see what these guys all look like. Hopefully you'll get a, and it's moving because of that stupid ball bearing. So there you go. It's gonna fall. Very nice stripes. I like the stripes on them. They did a really good job. So yeah, there you go. There you go. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. If I said anything that was incorrect, please let me know. I don't get offended. I never get mad. That's what we're all here for, so we can kind of learn from each other and whatever not. But as always, thank you again for watching. Please rate, subscribe, share, comment on all the good stuff. And I'll see you next time on Odie's Junkheaps. Peace. Later.